Hey everybody, welcome back to another iiRcade Gamedaze Live. I'm your host, Michael, executive producer here at iiRcade. It's been a minute, so I'm finally back in Chicago here too. It's been a heck of a week, so I've been all over the place. It's been great. Good things, bad things, unlucky things, especially for me. But yeah, how's it going? Happy Friday. I hope you're all already, enjoying the holiday weekend too. I hope everybody's got off this weekend or at least on Monday, right? So hopefully it's a long weekend. Everybody has a good time. Pools open back up right on Monday. That's the typical thing for Memorial Day, right? The pool's open. It's officially summer, right? So even though it might not be with the weather here in Chicago, you would think otherwise. But here we are, right? So let's see here. Questions. I'm not even going over questions in the chat yet. Well, I don't even know why it's popping off already. So let's see. So no games today. So keeping it low key this week. Working on a lot of projects here behind the scenes, right? We've got a lot of software, a lot of hardware, a lot of game development going on right now too. So we got to keep that in check at the same time that, we did release different things this week as well. So today, Riptide GP Renegade is officially online. So in case you haven't noticed, it's actually been there since this morning online. So I did activate it this morning. So in case you have a game update for Riptide, that would be why. It does enable the online play. So this is not running through our servers, actually. This is done by the developer, Vector Unit, using their servers. It is crossplay compatible. However, caveat to that, it is only with the Android network currently because other consoles don't really like to play nice all the time, right? So they don't allow their system right now to be opened up for them at the moment. So until then, you are playing with other people, anybody who's in the Android network in general, right? So even if they're playing on a mobile device, if they're playing on a tablet, if they're playing on Shield TV, that happens a lot nowadays too. And literally anything connected to an Android network that's going to access Riptide GP Renegade, you'll be able to play against them, which is really cool. So hopefully other consoles as well soon. But again, it's up to them to change the regulations a little bit in order to connect. So until then, but yeah, so 8-player multiplayer online, that's available right now. We'll actually show that off in just a little bit here too. Watching my chat go by a little bit. Sorry, there's like 200 people here and all three sides of the spectrum here. I gotta watch and monitor things, which is great. Summer Madness. Yes, we'll get to that later on too. KC, of course. Yeah, player pool size is great. So we're excited about this, right? So Riptide GP Renegade. Let me just, in case you've never played it before, let me play the little intro video for you here. Let me pull this up here. So here's actually, in case you've never seen it before, even though it's, I think it's number 2 on our system still right now too. I got to check the game store, but all-time downloads. In case you've never played it, here you go. Here's Riptide. There you go. So those of you who are new here, that's Riptide GP Renegade. And again, it's been available for a long time now in the store. It's just now got an online update for our system, right? So just like it said in the video, it is 8-player simultaneous multiplayer, right? So this is 8 different people on 8 different iiRcades and other devices can join together and play. Latency has not been an issue throughout testing. It's pristine. Vector Unit, shout out to those guys. They did a fantastic job with their multiplayer online. So we're beefing up ours as well right now too, but theirs is working great currently. So check it out. Check out Riptide Online today. It does have a huge, massive story campaign as well. So you get unlockable vehicles, you get unlockable characters, unlockable other things too. There's 9 different maps that you play on. Each have different like weather effects and things like that too. So that's amazing, which is great too. And they do affect your gameplay a lot, mind you. Certain maps are done in a circuit, right? Like a 3-lap circuit. Others are like a one and done circuit. So it is an actual fantastic racing game. So, and on top of that, it's a wave racing game, right? So different physics for the water and stuff too. It feels good though. It feels good, but it is water physics. So it's different than like racing on a road, right? Which I actually prefer, because I should say I prefer the wave racing and not the road racing, just because, I don't know, I'm sick of cars. I drive a car every day, right? So I like that it feels, I like hitting the water, hitting the waves, using them to pop tricks and stuff. How you play this game too, tricks are very important. So your tricks that you use with Z on our system, right? So A, B, C, X, Y, Z. So our Z button is actually your stunt, is what it's called on there. I believe it's labeled. So when you do stunts, what happens is different directional presses with the joystick at the same time that you press that, going off of ramps, hitting waves and getting popped up in the air, things like that. When you do those stunts, those different stunts, they are named and labeled. They give you a certain amount of boost. That boost percentage can be used with the A button. So with the A button, then you can accelerate and keep going faster and faster, right? The vehicle type does depend on heavily on how you play the game too, right? So every different vehicle in the game, go through that in a second here too, will actually affect, the speed of it, the weight of the vehicle. If you can hit other players and kind of knock them off balance a little bit, this is all going into effect in this game. They have different stats on them, right? So, and more vehicles are unlocked through playing the campaign itself, right? Through the actual, the campaign. I don't know. I'm trying to call it something else. The circuits. So it does have online multiplayer, but it does have 2-player local multiplayer. So keep that in mind. So in case you do just want to play it locally with somebody else on, 2 different sticks, right? Keep always pointing to this machine. 2 different players can play on the same machine at the same time, right? So I don't think, one thing I haven't actually tried out yet myself, I don't believe that you can do 2 players on one machine at the same time. It does for the online play. So you can't do like 2-2-2-2. That doesn't work. So it just have to be like 1 player doing online at a time, because it is based off of your campaign record and things like that. So for now, at least, maybe that'll change in the future. I don't know. As far as the way that the lobby system works, right? There's no friend system or anything like that too until we get ours in place, especially. So because of that, it's kind of random right now too, which is okay though. It makes it easier to jump in and play for the matches. So you can literally just jump in and play with anybody too, up to 8 players. So what it's going to do is once you have a room available, once 2 players out of 8 are in that room, you'll start a countdown timer, at least 2 of it, I should say. Start that countdown timer for 10, 15 seconds, put you right into the gameplay too. After that, once that race is over, anybody who did join while the race was going on will see the timer on the race and stuff. Once it finishes, they can just sit in that lobby until the race finishes. After that, players vote on the next map. They pick 3 different multiplayer maps, right? And you just pick the map, and the next race after that, you keep going in your circuit until you want to leave, until you disconnect, whatever you want to do, right? So it's a racing game. So I'm super excited for this because, especially in the home arcade community, you guys ask us all the time for an online racer, right? This is a true online racer. So I'm excited that Riptide gets to be like our first full online racing game, because it's a fantastic game. It's a fantastic race title, and it's just a good time. So I love that Vector Unit was able to do this for us so quickly, especially, and it's working brilliantly out the gate. So no harm, no foul. Those of you who have been having troubles in Canada, especially, we are working on that with our servers right now too. However, Riptide isn't on our servers, right? So because of that, you should be able to connect in Riptide without a doubt as well too. We actually played somebody over in China the other day, which is awesome. So yes, this is like a global, as long as you have access to the Android version of this game, it will connect you through that server. So yes, those of you who have been struggling in Canada, I know we're working on it. I'm so sorry. Online alpha, what are you going to do? But folks up there in the greater north, you can play Riptide online right now too. No problem. All right, questions. Yeah, sure. I can see some questions already about the game too. We'll actually do some gameplay again today, right? It's game days. I want to play some games. All right. How about 4-player online or local with peripherals, right? Who knows? Who knows what the future holds with peripherals? Don't you worry on that one, right? We've kept that kind of a little bit quiet for a reason. So there's other things that, of course, we're working on hardware-wise, but of course, software-wise, we're also working on a lot of things too. Let's see here. Mayhem Brother Cab update. I don't know. Sydney Hunters got in, right? Some Sydney Hunters got in, so I'm surprised that most Mayhem Brawlers should have gone out already too. If you didn't get yours yet, I got to look into it. But yes, we are still waiting on different shipments, right? So of course, shipping lanes in the world are fantastic as always, right? Let me see here. Other questions I might have missed in the chat. There's a lot going on. If you've got a question, put some asterisks, put some question marks in there. Let me easily be able to find it. So I'm pretty blind. I might have pilot's eyes, but I swear I can't read. Let's see. Question. You way to add passwords in the lobby. Not for Riptide itself. No, like I said, there's no real player-based lobby system for Riptide. It's just kind of jump in and go. So you'll see. If you haven't tried it already, it's a great time still. Again, they did that for a reason too. We did talk about doing like a name-based and locked rooms and things for Riptide too. I did talk to the developer about that. For now, it's going to stay as is. So that's their decision as a developer. That's what they wanted to do. So we'll keep that for ours. If you're talking about that too, yes, of course, we're working on different features. I can't confirm or deny anything right now too, other than we are, trust me, I hear the feedback all the time too. And of course, it's an alpha state. There's so many things under wraps in development right now too that we haven't released to you. We know a lot of features that you all want. And we're finding even more and more, right? So yes, Canada. Yes, Riptide should work just fine. If you're playing from Canada, should work no problem with online play. So yes. So you and other people up in Canada, you should have no problem with Riptide specifically. We are, of course, addressing that issue with you having a real difficult time connecting for the arcade round games that we're putting online as well too. So we are working on that currently as well as a lot of other things too. But yes, I know up in Canada, you're having a lot of issues connecting to the server for online play for alpha. So we're working on that, but Riptide until then, right? So not a bad option, honestly, too. 8-player racing, it's a good time. It's also got a baller soundtrack. I love the soundtrack in this game. Any other games going online to play today? No. So I'm leaving it up to our outside developer because it's our first heavy racing 8-player online right now too. I wanted to let Riptide kind of get the love it deserves today. So because of that, we're gonna stick with just this for today. We've been doing a pretty consistent cycle of 3, 4, 5 games every single Friday for the past almost 2 months now that online's been out, right? So we're working hard on online. So, but because of that, there's a good selection right now too of, sports games, puzzle games, classic arcade kind of games too, beat 'em ups, shoot 'em ups. So there's a good selection right now too for online games, but of course more will be coming too. It's just this week. So I've been extremely busy this week. So is our whole team. So because of that, yeah, just Riptide for today. But again, just Riptide for today is kind of a big thing, right? This is a great game. Again, there's a reason that it's number 2 in our system right now too. And I wouldn't be surprised if it takes the number 1 seat very, very soon, right? Just in time for the summer though. So I'm excited to kick it off with Riptide Online. Again, everybody's asked us for online racers for the home arcade community for a long time now. So we're glad that in our first year and a half, we got it to you. So I'm excited about that. All right. Of course, I can't answer these questions on games that aren't out yet. No. Be happy with what you have. I don't understand. Look, I'm releasing a really fun game today for online, right? So be happy, please. I know you want more games. We're working on more games all the time. But yes, I'm not going to overshadow this release with other titles right now. No, of course, I'm not going to do that too. It's getting the love and attention it deserves. Riptide's a fantastic game. Have fun with it. We're here to play games. Have some fun. Enjoy it. All right. What other questions do I have in the chat beyond that? Actually, let's save the questions for now. Let's get into some actual gameplay. I'll show off Riptide for those of you who haven't played it or are just new to the online features and stuff, right? So since that's brand new, let me pull up my actual. There we go. I'll full screen this for you. Let me know how the volume is on it. Let me turn this up a little bit. Actually, let's turn it down a little bit. All right. So here's Riptide. So yes. So this is one of the games Vector Unit likes to use the X button, especially as the accelerate. So because of that, X is accelerate. So that's pretty much the main button you need to. Y is brake. Of course, there you go. Z is stunt, but then A is going to be your boost. B is for back, of course. And then C is your other look button. So I should say that back actually is your back up button. C is your look behind you button, if that makes more sense. And so let's start. So in case anybody is on right now, so this is, here's your main menu too, career story. That's how you're going to unlock more of these racers, more of these vehicles. Other things too, challenge mode, of course, there too for leaderboards. This does have daily challenges and stuff too. Keep that in mind. Quick race just in case you want to race. But here we go, the real piece de resistance. Online, right? Online synchronous multiplayer. So here we go, jumping in real quick too. Is my volume okay? Is everybody good? All right, cool. So let me see here. So I'm actually going to pick my racer. You can see at the top there where it says signed in. Gamedaze is my iiRcade nickname on this account right now. So that's actually me. So whatever your nickname is for your iiRcade account, it's going to pick that up. That's what you're going to be displayed as, right? Let me switch some skins here. Let me actually cycle over all the way. Let me go to 64. Sweet. Change my jet. As you can see on the left side there, you can see like Switchblade, Typhoon, Scimitar, Manta. These are the different bikes that I have unlocked right now too. The different racers I have unlocked. So that's actually, you can see the different stats that are going there, changing with it too. And I'm actually going to play as Manta right now. Start again. It's going to search. Here's your lobby right here too. No matches are found. You can refresh all the time too. All right, I'm going to start my own then too. So in case anybody wants to join me, feel free. We'll go actually, let's go Elite. Start a match. Here's my lobby. So once somebody actually does join me, that's how it's going to go too. I think Casey's in the chat right now. Yep, I figured he's going to join right now. So you can see it's starting at the top there. And of course, up to 8 players can join simultaneously. Oh, Corrupt Neuron. I don't know if Corrupt Neuron made it in time to actually make it for the first race. If not, he'll just be chilling in the lobby. There you go, syncing up really quick, making sure everything's on point for online, connecting the servers. 1 of 2, yeah, so just me and Casey. So Corrupt will be in the next round for us. I'm already messing up out of the gate. See, Casey's just mad because I beat him earlier today when I was testing things out a little bit. So now he's out for blood. So you can see my boost meter at the top there filling up when I do tricks. A is going to be to actually use it and boost. This game is very important to actually memorize the tracks and things as well, I've learned. You can see too, a little message popped up too. It does alert you when players join and leave the game. Let's see if we can catch Casey here. Oh no, I missed my log. How's my in-game volume? Am I good still? There you go. Different tricks award, different amounts of boosts. There was a different path I could have taken there. I'm just following him right now. All right, let's see. We're gaining. Oh no, this might be close. This is a 1-lap race. All right, well, he smoked me that time. There we go. But there you go. Riptide Online working just great. There we go. There's the rest of the players right now, too. I see Corrupt Neurons in there, Brooklyn Menace, Mech Stealthy. I don't know Mech Stealthy, but welcome. And No Quarter, of course, too. So King Creole and No Quarter, you'll see later on today, in case you guys are wondering, playing tonight. Brooklyn Menace as well, too. He'll have his show on later on tonight. So what those guys do, they play games, right? All the time. So if you're looking for matches later on for online, for Riptide especially, I'm sure they're going to be playing. That's the time to jump on. So 7:30 tonight is going to be iiRcade Zone. So jump on, have fun with everybody. Again, we're here to play games. That's what the online's all about. I'm regretting my choice of Manta right now as my vehicle. So keep in mind too, the direction of your joystick is really how, when you press Z to stunt, that's what's going to affect the tricks that you do, and that's going to affect how much boost power you actually get as well. And yes, you can wipe out. So if you wipe out, it's going to prompt you. It's going to say A. Oh, they're taking the special path. I'm going to stick over here. Oh, looks like they wiped out anyway, too. They're back with me. I'm in second. I don't even know how far this person in front of me is. Wow. McStealthy takes it. All right. So that's Riptide. There you go. I'm actually going to bail out, but as you can see, host is going to transfer, so everybody in the room who's in my room, they'll be totally fine without me. They can continue on as much as they want. All right. There we go. I'm back. And that is Riptide Online right there. So Riptide GP Renegade specifically, right? So yes, awesome racing game. Totally online now too. Totally for free online as well, right? So there you go. So I'm drinking my coffee. I'm still waking up since, the whole week. All right. I'm excited. Gordon's McStealthy. All right. Well, Gordon whooped us all. So there you go. Gordon, props, man. I'll get online later today maybe, and I'll take my throne back. Don't you worry. All right. Questions, comments, concerns, Riptide, right? Any questions about the game itself too? I know too much about every single game that we have, right? So feel free to ask. Now's the time to ask questions about the game itself. That's what Gamedaze is about. I'm here to talk about games. Let's see. Online issues. So the online issues specifically, again, this isn't actually our online server for this. This is actually Vector Unit hosting that one. So different than our actual online alpha, I should say, because of that. However, you're talking about the exclamation point, right? So that's due to a DNS address mismatch issue right now too that we're looking into. Yes, this isn't caused by our new firmware or anything, by the way, too. So that rumor's not true. It's not caused by our update. It's literally caused by people's connections and them changing themselves. So it happens a lot with mesh networks. However, it's not always due to mesh networks either too. But yes, we are working on fixes currently. So, and basically there's a couple different ways that we're doing that. So I don't want to get into specific ways that we're doing that. However, yes, we are working on that. We are aware of it and we are looking into it. Luckily enough, it's only a handful of people. It's not everybody. It's not like total plague right now too, which is great. Why it's happening all of a sudden, not quite sure. But yeah, I know there's about 15, 20 people right now too that are dealing with that. So yeah, we're working on it very, very diligently. Let's see. Send iiRcade Gold. I can't, unfortunately. I wish that I was a shipping company, but we're not. Actually, I don't wish that we were a shipping company. I take that back. Sorry. All right. Yes, those of you who don't have your iiRcades yet, who are waiting on your iiRcade Golds, yes, they're still planning on coming this summer. Yep. Stay tuned on that too. Towards mid-end summer, right? So we're still trying to get them here by July. It's totally the plan. I can't promise that because, again, not a shipping company. But yes, we are trying to make it here by July. That's totally the plan still. All right. Now I see some questions about the game. All right. We already said there's no other games releasing today. No, I'm taking it easy. I've been gone all week. It's been nuts this week. I got to work on development of games, licensing new games, everything, right? To actually current licenses, really, it's what's going on there. But yeah, current licenses that you just don't know about. That's really how it goes. If you have two players on the cabinet, here we go. So Andy's asking, and yes, if you have two players on the cabinet, does it automatically trigger a race? Or do you need a third person online to start a race? So again, I said this earlier too. I don't think that you can actually, I'm pretty sure for online, it has to be a single individual at a time. I don't think you can just split screen two players on one machine online. Don't quote me on that, but let me see right here. I can tell you right now. So if I press this, yeah. So because it has to do with your campaign record and stuff like that too, it does have to be single player individually. So you can't do two players on one cabinet right now, other than local. So for online, though, you can't do two players on one cabinet online. So, but maybe that might change in the future. That's going to be up to Vector Unit. It's their game. They're the developer on that too. So let them know, right? But yes, that could potentially happen too. I see there's still my elite match going on with 7 out of 8 people. So have that in there, guys. Let's see here. But yes, so for two players on the same cabinet, it is currently only local, it looks like. Yep. But again, that could change in the future. All right. Sorry, I'm going through my chat. I'm not a great host. Come on. I'm a producer. I'm not a... Should have taken communications. Let's see. Here's a good question. So MCAP. What's going on, Mike? When will you alert the first 100 IR Gold purchasers? Closer to the time that they're actually going to be showing up is more than likely, right? So we'll see. We'll talk a little bit on this later on, maybe. So not this specifically, but some other things around this that are going on, right? So, but yeah, so we'll let the first 100 people, and then there's an actual 100 after that too who get something else, right? So we talked about that. Do keep in mind also, today is May 27th. The pre-order lasts until May 31st. So the pre-order lasts until May 31st. That's 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time on May 31st. That is the pre-order. So that $200 off right now with the free shipping, $200 off, includes everything. That's for the gold cabinets, and that only lasts until 11:59 p.m. on May 31st. So yes, if you do want to pick one up, now is the time, right? It's Memorial Day weekend. Summer's coming up too. This is the time. So again, those will probably ship. Those are going to ship this summer. Sure. In the next upcoming weeks. Yes. Let's see here. Okay. So there's so many questions now. Can I please expand the leaderboards? If you want to get on the leaderboards, do better. That's how leaderboards work. 30 is a good number. Honestly, if I had my way, I would keep them at 10, just like an arcade game. Most arcade games went up to 5 to 10 players. I would actually keep it that way, honestly. That's me, but I'm a very competitive person. I understand too. Yeah, maybe one day that will also give you like an additional ranking potentially too. These are things that I would love to add to the machine as well. You know, a potential ranking that says like, hey, you're at this rank. You might be like 119th or something, right? So it knows automatically what that score is. That's data that we don't currently track, at least not on the front end. So we'll see. We'll see if we can put more. But I mean, it doesn't really make sense for me to expand global leaderboards higher than that because it's a leaderboard. You got to score. You want to score high to get on the leaderboard. That's the leaders. Let's see here. I can't confirm if other games are in the pipeline right now. Let's see here. All right, now I'm missing questions. There we go. Oh, so here you go. It's Moose. This is actually a very important question for me today, right? So I updated in settings. Why is my Riptide game not available to play online? Because this is a modern title. So modern titles like this or Bomb Squad or Bash Bowling, right? These are actually online. Those two games are marked online. I kept this specifically not marked online because I didn't want to have to deal with the screen popping up until that gets sorted out in the next update, right? So because it's a modern title anyway, you have to launch them not as online but as local because it's built into the game, right? It's not our server, it's their servers. So because of that, yeah, you just launch the game and play. So as long as the game itself is updated, that's all you need. You don't have to go into settings and enable online for this game. It's just available for online once you launch the game too. It's the same with Bomb Squad, it's the same with Bash Sports Bowling Online too. Yep. So that's why I chose to kind of keep this one not marked this week, just because it was easier for people just to launch the game and going, because that's what you're going to be doing anyway. I didn't want people to get confused by going to online when you have to go to local, right? So, and again, that's a bug, that's an issue that we're fixing currently too with the online alpha. Let's see here. Other questions too, but yeah, that's a great question. When is Rising Hell number 2 coming out? I have no idea. Is that a game that is... Rising Hell 1 is fantastic, and I would love to have a Rising Hell 2 if it ever does release, but I have no idea. We're not the developer on those games. We're not the developer on Riptide either, right? So take your questions to the developers. That's how you really get the insider info. Let's see here. Some of these aren't even questions. See, Raven's with me on this one too. Smaller leaderboards. Again, it's a leaderboard. You got to earn that spot. I'm not just going to put 1,000 people on a leaderboard. Doesn't make sense. It's not what a leaderboard is. It's a high scoreboard. All right. Any other questions? We have a short day today. I don't have a lot, right? It's already been half an hour. I'm just glad that Riptide is online. So I'm excited for people to be playing that tonight too. I saw a lot of people playing Might Slashers last weekend too, which is fantastic. Now that's out. We are working on a better way for you to find and access these games online too. Keep that in mind too. Again, online is an alpha. It's very much in its infancy. We are getting the connection done first and foremost, and then everything else is, extra features. So of course we're working on them as well too. Things like maybe a global lobby system, things like, friends lists and stuff. Of course, these are features that we want in there. But right now we got to focus on making those games connect and play properly first, right? So right now, a lot of people in Canada are having a lot of issues connecting. So we're working on that, especially heavily right now too. But of course, there's other things that we're working on top of that for online alpha. Again, it's still an alpha. It's not even a beta. It's getting there. But we are consistently updating it. Let's see here. Any other questions? If not, we'll call it a day. I don't have to be here for that long, right? So holiday weekend, I'm excited. Let's see here. There's Peter, there's no leaderboard questions. I've already answered them. There's 30 players on a leaderboard. That's how it goes. We're the designers behind that right now, right? Maybe that'll change in the future. I can't tell you, but it's a leaderboard for a reason. I, again, would limit them to 10 if I had my way. That's all I'm saying. Let's see here. John, I can't pronounce last names. All right, John's asking, for those that already had their warranty expired, is there a JBL speaker package they can buy? No, again, JBL is not hardware. So in case you've been not paying attention, I guess, JBLs, we have the exact same speakers in the gold editions. It's done through our board and through software. However, it's particular to that board that we can path the software for the audio to work properly. To do it through our current board, that's a totally different thing. That's a totally different purchase of mine. So that's not how it works. So it's done through software. It's not done through hardware. So no, there's no additional option for you to purchase a JBL speaker set because we're not using them, right? So maybe that might change too on future models of the cabinet, but currently it's a software design. It's a software choice. Let's see here. All right. I think that's it. I think we're good. Questions on Riptide? Questions on online? Questions that I can't answer, which I see all the time in the chat? I think we're good. Outside of that, that's it. I'm glad back in Chicago here too. Have a good time too. All right. You guys can bicker about leaderboards later on your own channels. That's fine. All right. I know I'm not answering what you should get at Taco Bell right now. I see that now, Jeff. Rainwater Games in the chat. So yeah, so go ahead and check out the iiRcade Zone later on tonight, 7:30 p.m. CST, right? So 8:30 p.m. Eastern. There you go. Those guys will be playing at least for an hour probably, right? A couple games. I'm sure they're doing Riptide online and maybe some other games. Who knows, right, too? Some other channels around the YouTubes, right? Around YouTube, around Twitch and stuff, too. They'll be streaming later on tonight, too. So if you're looking for online games, if you're having problems finding people to play online games with, Friday nights are the nights especially to play because that's when people are doing stuff too. Pop in those streams, get in the chats. I know a lot of them encourage you in the chat too to form matches that way too. Say like, hey, I'm looking to play Magical Drop 3. Who wants to go? Let's go. Who wants to play Windjammers right now? Let's go. Right? Night Slashers, all that stuff. So there you go. And again, more features to help you better sort out and find what games are online now that we're getting an ever-growing list, especially right going on too. I know it's hard to keep track. We're working on that as well too in the background. So other than that too, I do want to say one more thing. This is not I shouldn't use the phrasing one more thing. It's hard not to phrase things that way, right? But beyond that, I do want to talk about that. Here we go. So there we go. So iiRcade for the summer, we're going to be doing a summer series. Just want to flash that really quick. That's it, right? That's my new summer logo. You guys like it? So here, I'll put up my Gamedaze. I had this one, but we're going with this one, right? So my Gamedaze is on now, right? So now that summer's officially kicking off too, I do want to talk a little bit about the fact that we're going to be doing some fun stuff on the iiRcade Zone show, especially. So with, tournaments and gameplay and stuff, right? So all summer long, we'll be doing, every single week on Fridays, we'll be doing tournaments and games and things like that too, ways to connect you guys as a community to play together. So tune in for more info on that, especially next week. We'll really go over that into firm details next week, but there's going to be tournaments, prizes. There'll be a grand prize at the end of the summer, things like that too. And then it'll lead into our golden ticket event is going to come up this summer as well too. So that'll probably come up in August now, right? So we'll end the summer on that with a bang. So if you're looking to participate, there's going to be tons of prizes, things like apparel and maybe some other things coming out there too, right? And of course, we'll have a grand master at the end of that too, a grand champion will be crowned at the end of the summer. So stay tuned. Tune in later again to iiRcade Zone. Check it out. Play some games with them. But yeah, so I did want to touch base on that one too. And I'm going to keep my logo up here. Yeah, I'm going to keep it here all summer long until we're done with that. But yeah. So now we're a Gamedaze show. It's now Gamedaze, right? But yeah, so have fun with that. Thanks for tuning in. It's been good. Glad Riptide is finally out online. I'm really excited to play some of you later on tonight. I'm sure that I'll be on later on to check out the shows, catch up with everybody. It's been a long week. It's been a long 2 weeks, honestly, too. I've been traveling a lot. It's been a lot, right? So I got catching up to do with all my teams and everything like that too. So beyond that, all right. Until next time, I'll see you all next week. And one more thing too, I forgot. I keep saying one more thing out of habit. Not a big one more thing. Somebody did mention too that in the hunt, it needs the B button as well to get updated in order for accessibilities to work better for that game too, because you do spam the B button a lot in that game too. It's not a bomb, it's shoot upwards in the hunt. So yes, I'm working on a fix. That'll be live in just a bit here actually too on the store. So if you are looking for that accessibility option for the B button, specifically in the hunt too, I forget who called it out. I'm so sorry, I forget names of terrible names, but that's going to be in just a bit here. So there you go. Until then, I'll play you out with some more Riptide. Have fun. Tune into the shows tonight too. Support the whole community. Have some fun together, right? We're here to play games. Let's play some games. All right. Till next week, have fun.